this will be the house she grows up in her whole childhood. And received a cease and desist letter. We have constant threats that our animals will be dead. It's about the safety for my family. Guys, we bought a house. All right, guys, so this is for real, 100%. We've had a crazy past year, and we decided this is the absolute best thing for our family, and we're gonna get into all the details, but right now, let's go ahead and show you the house. And I know what you're saying, what about the tiny house and the property out there? Again, we'll get into it. So here at our front porch, we absolutely love that it's covered. It's probably not going to really be used to pull in and put a car.
No, I'm thinking we're hanging out here.
Yes. So as you guys can tell, we already have some stuff out. I came and already started working on it. You guys will see some of that here at the end of the video. And then I've already done some other stuff you guys will see in another video. It's crazy buying a 50-year-old house. We had a big list of things we had to have in order to buy a house and commit to it. Again, we've had a lot going on. We'll get to that here in just a minute. But this house, I think, truly, it is us to the max. All right, so I know you guys want to see the inside. We're going to check it out. Before we go in, guys, look at that bow. I mean, it's perfect. We had the best realtor ever. We'll even get into that in a little while, how we even met her. It was insane. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason.
Oh, definitely.
And our reason is this living room. Let's check it.
Check out this living room.
Oh yeah, the moment we saw it online, I think I saw it first, maybe. I can't remember.
We saw it separately.
Yeah, because we were both kind of looking around, and the living room, literally, I mean, it is, whoo. We wanted a wood-burning stove, a fireplace. We wanted something that was definitely a huge check mark we needed. One thing you kept saying about the house out in Bristow when we were building the bigger house on the tiny house was, I wish we had a wood-burning stove. I wish we had a wood-burning stove. Yeah. Because we got to keep this little one right here. Oh, warm. But, I mean, all the natural wood with the beams. The lighting we're going to upgrade. It is a little dark. I'm going to try to brighten it on here so you can see well, but it's a little dark. The stone, it is still all the natural stone. That's what the house used to look like on the outside, but then it was painted. This living room is pretty big.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, we absolutely love it. And then you guys will see here in a minute, the bedrooms are huge too. I mean, this works perfectly for us. We are so excited. It already has all this tile work done, which I am so thankful for. So thankful. The inspection, no problems with foundation. So that is a huge thing. But we still need to figure out in the moment, are we going to put the TV on that side? Or are we going to put the TV on this side? Will the furniture we have work with this? I mean, luckily, we already have everything for a house. All I got to do is move it over. And for the first time in my YouTube career, I will be in a house fully that is ready to go. Oh, well, kind of ready to go. We're doing a lot of renovations.
We are.
Yeah, so this is the living room, as you guys can tell. And then you turn to the kitchen. So you're going to see a little bit of a mess because some things have already been happening. We'll get into that in another video. When you buy a 50-year-old house, you got things you got to do. But the original owner right here had his table and everything, which we might end up getting rid of this and doing something else. But we have the pantry over here. And then
the original floors on the bottom there.
Yeah, with the original green floors. And then we have our washer and dryer set up in there and water heater. Technically, you don't need to look. It's an empty closet. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. You excited?
Yeah. This is my home.
This will be the house she grows up in her whole childhood. And, oh, my goodness, it's going to be awesome. But how about you show them the kitchen? All right.
So kitchen, we will update the appliances, but for now they're good. Again, it's just, I can definitely picture myself making meals up in here.
We were very happy. It already has granite countertops. They are dirty because we're trying to get some stuff done. And then, like you said, we'll update the cabinets. I have some ways that I think we can do it without going, full reno. We're going to try to do this on a budget and show you guys if you have a house, you can get it done. We do like the sink and stuff. We love a huge, massive sink. But again, we're going to change out the appliance. We're going to get a different fridge. I think, there's nothing wrong with having extra garage fridges.
Yeah.
So we are very thankful. That wasn't even supposed to come to the house. The guy left it for us. And then this is a huge, cool thing that I absolutely love. This massive window, and then you can move those blinds out of the way. And it used to look outside.
Yeah, but even better, it looks into
the Packer bar.
Yeah.
So it did have carpet. You guys will see later in the video what was up with that. But what do you mean Packer bar?
We're gonna make this into our Packer bar.
So it'll kind of be like the adult game room.
Yeah.
She's got a massive bedroom. She doesn't need a game room. I know all y'all are gonna be saying, well, what about her game room?
Yeah.
Her fun. This was an enclosed porch, and it's got awesome windows. We can even put some plants. But it does have a light and a fan. I could turn that on. I don't need to. But it already has everything hooked up for cable and whatnot. This is just a bonus room.
Yeah.
The original owner had it, and I think they had it for like grandkids or something. Had like a little pull-out bed.
Yeah.
But one day maybe we can not have a Packer bar. You can do whatever you want. But right now it's our time to have what we want. Yeah. And then on the back is a back deck. We'll show you all that in a little bit. Oh, you want to go look at your room?
Let's go.
So you leave the Packer bar. You come into the kitchen, then the living room, and then over off the front, which is cool. It's got a built-in bookcase there.
And then her area, which is great for her, is just kind of off on its own.
Yeah.
So she's got a little bit of privacy as she gets older.
Yeah, so you come in the front door and then come straight down the hallway, and then straight ahead we would have our bathroom that the guests can use. But
and also her bathroom.
Yeah.
Then again, carpet's already been ripped up.
You guys will see that later in the video. Look how big this room is.
Massive.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It is a huge second bedroom.
Yeah.
And then you cut over here and she has her own area to get ready, which is awesome. And then the walk-in closet, which is fairly big, especially for a kid. And then you turn around and then she has her own little bathroom in here, which we will renovate. Toilet's fine, but the shower itself needs a little bit of updating. And then we have a little laundry closet, and then this goes back to the hallway. But this room, she will never outgrow.
No, never.
Yeah.
It's so big.
So, her room looks straight out the front, which is awesome. Big old windows, which is awesome. For now, since she is young, and we're probably gonna have the crib and everything in our room, we'll set it up halfway as her room and halfway as a guest room. Yeah. So we can have friends, family, and everybody come out and have enough room. But this is a 15 by 15 bedroom for her, which is insane. One thing that I really wanted, and then it's always good to have, is kids' bedroom on one side of the house, our bedroom on the other. And so there are certain things in here. You may see drywall and stuff like that, clearly ripping out carpets. Again, there's gonna be a lot of work going on, but we technically could have moved directly into this house if we wanted.
Yeah. We
got to put our touches on it. So let's go check out our bedroom. All right, so before we head the other way, let's talk about the tiny house and the Bristow property right quick. Before I start this part of the video, I just wanted to say I have it all printed out what I'm gonna say, because sometimes my words get scrambled and they come out in a way that I don't mean, and I want this to be taken very seriously. Before I start, I want to be very clear. Everything I'm sharing is our own personal experience and our perspective. I'm not identifying anyone, and this is simply our side of the situation that has affected our family. About a year ago, we had a falling out with people we used to be friends with. After that, we received a cease and desist letter and some legal communications with their lawyers. We cooperated fully, we showed them proof, and everything was closed without any findings or claims against us. We moved on with our lives and we kept our distance. Around the same time, my wife's workplace contacted her because they had received multiple reports containing statements about her. We were told that these statements were not accurate and her job cleared everything very quickly. In my opinion, these claims were meant to harm my wife's reputation and strip her from her career that she spent 12 years working towards. In my opinion, it was a planned attack against my family and our source of income, with YouTube and her job. Again, everything was investigated thoroughly through multiple levels at her work, and nothing illegal happened and was proven as a false claim against my wife and her reputation. We learned that day when you do the right thing and you tell the truth, no amount of evil can harm you. A year went by without any contact. Then I made a YouTube video where I mentioned running into an ex-friend without sharing any names or identifying anybody. Shortly after, an anonymous account began commenting on our channel using our daughter's name, and the comments included information that only a very small number of people would have known. And I want to make it very clear, that same account was created the exact same day I put the video out about the ex-friend. Literally created the same day. From our perspective, it felt extremely personal and targeted, but we did not know who created the account. At that exact same time, our neighbors were selling their house, and we had discussed privately with them only about possibly buying it. We didn't share that with anyone else. Not friends, not family, only them. When the same anonymous account suddenly began posting comments about us buying that property, it was upsetting because it involved private family decisions. They were trying to expose our private life and it felt gross. I felt like I knew who it was, but I didn't have solid proof yet. Later, through normal conversation, we learned that the neighbors who were selling their home were now renting a house from the same people we had previously had a falling out with. I called our neighbor and videoed our phone call, and he specifically told me they were renting to stay in Bristow. So I knew for a fact that they were renting. Then I later texted him, and it was disclosed that they were renting from the ex-friends. It was also disclosed that they had hired him to help with ranch work. From our point of view, that helped explain how some private information may have been passed around, but again, we're not accusing anyone of doing anything online. We do not know who created the anonymous account, and I want to make it clear that in no way are we upset with our old neighbors. We feel he was used for his knowledge in a sneaky way. Because the comments continued and felt increasingly personal, we documented everything with law enforcement as a precaution. We simply wanted a record of the situation so we were protected and could move forward responsibly. This goes all the way back when they called my wife's work and tried to get her fired. We have everything in written proof for the last year. We have an entire folder on my computer with screenshots of comments and text, as well as old deleted videos and recent videos that were posted with information. Unfortunately, these people are connected to a known hate group about us. This group has harassed us for years. We don't feel safe leaving our property to go visit my sick parents in Texas because of the continued harassment. It's one thing to be random people on the internet, but to know people live locally to us and we feel their intent is to harm us in ways that we're not sure of, it makes us feel very uneasy, and we fear for our animal safety and our private property. We have constant threats that our animals will be dead, and when we come back, animal control will be called. I'm not saying any particular person is to blame. I'm just going off of evidence we have accumulated in written proof. For us, the most important thing is our daughter and her well-being. This situation has made us feel uncomfortable living so close to where it all has happened. So we've made this decision to move to a new town and start fresh. We don't want to raise our daughter in a school, a town, or even local events where we may run into people that we don't know what their true intentions are. We're focused on peace, safety, and positivity for our family. I do understand that us moving will make some of our audience unhappy, but at the end of the day, my family's safety is more important than YouTube views. This is not about letting people win. It's not about losing. It's about the safety for my family. We appreciate everyone who supports us, and we're ready for a healthy, happier chapter moving forward. So with all that being said, I know a lot of you are saying, well, what's going to happen to this property, the tiny house and everything? We're still going to work on it for the time being. I will not allow Danielle or Reagan to be out here, and that's why they haven't been out here in months, because I do not trust people and I don't want them out here. So maybe now it makes a little more sense of what's been going on lately and why I've been out here by myself. It has taken me a little bit of extra time because we've had to go look for houses and do all this stuff and deal with the harassment. So it slowed me down from building. So I hope this makes more sense of what's been happening around here. But in the moment, we are keeping the property. We may sell it for the right price. We've had people interested already, but I'm gonna continue to build this because at the end of the day, I started the build and I wanna finish it. So back at the doorway, and then come through the living room, and then directly across, it's 2 big double doors. And then we have a little coat closet here. It is a little dark in here because the room does not have a fan or a light. So we may put one in, but I think the outlets are wired up to a switch so you can put lamps and stuff. Yeah. But this room is all tile, which,
it's great.
I love. And then clearly again, we have our front window, which it's a little bit dated. We're going to update. And then it looks straight out to the front. So I really, really like that. You cannot sneak out later in life because we will see you, girl. But let's check out the bathroom. So directly in here, we got the double sink.
Mm-hmm. We'll his and hers.
Yeah, we'll probably update it a little bit.
Yeah,
and everything.
Again, everything. We have a lot of work to do here.
Yes.
We are doing a whole bunch, updating a whole bunch, but for now.
For now, that is a little bit smaller, lower sink, but I'm okay with it.
Same.
We could always bring it up if we want to, but right there is our little walk-in closet. And then you turn this way. And
Massive bathroom.
Yeah, you got the pooper. And then huge bathroom. I mean, this is huge. I've already taken a shower here since I was working, but a massive jacuzzi tub. And then we have a really nice shower and everything. And then the gentleman was very nice. We'll tell you the full backstory of the house here in a little bit, but he left this awesome piece for us, and it means a lot to him. So I just thought that was super sweet that he wanted to pass it on. And then maybe one day you will get it. Oh, but why is there a room off of the bathroom? So this is technically going to be the office, and it was an office for them. As you guys can tell, the carpets are gone. We'll be throwing some clips in what it used to look like, but I already did a lot of work. And then if this doesn't date a room, the wallpaper trim on there.
Yeah.
But this little room, if you walk out that door, is our driveway, and he had it built this way for a reason. But I think it's freaking awesome that we will be able to wake up, edit, do whatever we need to do.
You have a place to work.
Yes,
for the first time.
And it won't interrupt her if she's in her room over there. I could work late at night, do whatever. Oh yeah. But I was over the top happy that it had an office room, and then also I can go in and out if I want, and it's not a big deal. But it literally could not have been better for us. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, an office, and another whatever room you want to call that.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
So coming out of the master bedroom, down this hallway.
This is a long hallway.
It is.
You come out in the garage, and it is a 2-car garage with
a storm shelter.
A massive walk-in storm shelter.
So
peace of mind.
Exactly. You guys have been telling us we need one for years now.
Yes, and now
we have one.
We got one for her, but I mean, it is a nice sized walk-in storm shelter. We'll end up building like a bench and all the stuff in there to make it comfortable for us. But now that we're outside, oh, another thing too, you guys see that generator? It is powered up to the power pole, so whenever we lose power, we crank that on and it does the whole house. So we have backup power, we have a storm shelter, we have heat if anything ever happens when the power is not working. With the wood burning stove, I think we're good.
Oh, yeah.
I think we are set. We have a septic tank. We are on rural water, but we can get a water well out here if we so choose. But one thing that we really, really like is this driveway. We don't have to spend thousands of dollars in putting rock in to have a driveway.
Yeah.
So, very happy with that. But it also came with this. Oh yeah, a shop. It has a carport and a shop. In the moment, we don't know if we're going to tear down the shop and rebuild, but for now, we do have a place to put all our stuff. So we can put whatever we need under the carport. We have a little cement slab over there. And then we have a pretty big shop over here. Again, it's a little bit old. The floor's a little bit saggy and stuff. The back part's a little bit better. But you have this whole area for us to put all of our belongings in, all our tools, so they're not sitting out. He even gifted us a couple of tools to help us out since we are starting our journey. But I am very, very happy with this. Oh, let's show you the back of the house real quick. Reagan's being a little fussy, so trying to get her good. But little walkway back here, and then a small little shed. We might turn that into like a dog house or something. I don't know. But it does have a little walkway, a natural walkway here, a back porch that is off of the Packer bar, and then the owners had built a little area for their dogs to come in. There's doggy doors and stuff, but we're going to end up ripping this porch off. It's a little bit rotted and leaks a little bit, so we're going to rip that off and redo the whole deck and porch and make it an awesome place. But we have this whole area back here for the backyard, if you want to call it that, a little hangout, build a fire pit, an outdoor cooking area, all that type of stuff. And then that whole side over there and the whole front is all open land. It's awesome with some clearings and trees and everything. And then all back here we have a creek that runs through that's got water right now. I walked down there. It was super, super cool. So this is kind of just a quick tour of everything, and we're very happy with this property. We are over the top excited to be out here. I know some of you guys are wondering too, well, where are you going to put the animals and all that? We have all of that kind of figured out, what we're doing. But this is literally crazy, crazy, crazy. For the first time in my YouTube career, a house. Danielle has Reagan right now, so I'm going to kind of show you a little bit. But it's got all this landscape that will get cleaned up a little bit better, maybe add some new landscaping. All of these leaves and everything we got to get rid of. And then the drainage is actually really, really good. It all comes down here in the front and goes this way, then goes in a drain and goes out, since the whole property is on a slope. But this front yard is awesome. Oh my goodness. When we pulled up, I've actually came and looked at this house before Danielle did. I drove by and it was all grass and it looked so good. So happy with it. It actually has literally a brand new roof. It just got put on right before we bought it. And then the gutters with gutter guards on there as well. So that is, I mean, over the top, an awesome thing. It saves us a lot of money. And then the whole house was repiped. It has all new piping, PEX piping in it. The HVAC system is fairly new. The water heater is fairly new. I mean, they did a lot of stuff on this and kept this house looking very, very good for a 50-year-old house. So we are honored that we get to come in and make it our own, but also keep their dream alive that they had. He was very happy to know that a younger couple was moving in and going to raise their daughter here. So he was super excited for us to be the ones to buy it. And it just truly, I think, at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. Even all the bad that's happened to us, you never know in the moment why things are happening. But I can honestly say, if you just stay positive and go for the right things in life, good things happen. And I think this is proof. All right, guys, we got a fed, happy baby now. So let's go into some of the reasons why, other than some of the harassment stuff we've been dealing with, why we decided to move here. What is happening with your brother?
So my brother and his wife, they are having a baby.
Another baby. You guys know Liv and Jude already. It blew our minds that they are having a baby a couple of months after us, which means Reagan is going to have a cousin that's going to grow up like a sibling. Yeah, so
they're going to be 8 months apart.
Yes.
So we wanted that, since Reagan's going to be the only child, we want to raise them up together. Like, how sweet is that? You can't ask for a better situation.
No. So we are very, very happy with that. As soon as we found out that, we were like, wow, everything is just falling into place, because we did not want her to grow up being the weird kid, you know, not get socialized, all that type of stuff. So having a cousin her age, I mean, like I said earlier, I think everything happens for a reason, and if you do the right things in life and you stay positive and you go after and you work hard, things work out. That is just one of the reasons. But speaking of family, you got to be closer to family and friends. We don't know anybody out in Bristow. It was just cheap enough land years back, and then when we moved a new place, we're like, well, we can get a lot for the money. We'll stay in Bristow. And after everything happening and we want to get out of there, being here, we are close to everybody, especially Paragon. We are minutes away from hanging out with them, minutes away from hanging out with other friends, your friends, your whole friend group. All our family that lives up in this area is close. I mean, we're close to friends and family. Yeah, speaking of Paragon. All right, guys, I hate lying to our friends, but I told Jeremy I needed help looking at his skid steer. How else do you get him to a property without telling them?
We're trying to surprise them.
Yeah, so they're going to be here any minute.
We just figured it out.
No! We tried to. So speaking of friends and family, we want Reagan to grow up with her cousin in school. Hopefully that's the plan. There's a million different schools they can go to, and you never know what can happen, but that is our big plan. And then, do y'all know what's a little bit closer? Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, all the things that we need on a daily basis to be building and doing everything. I got so tired of, one, if it's the weekend, forget about it. You ain't getting nothing in Bristow. And then two, you forget something, you got to drive an hour back. So this just works out perfect for us. It is very convenient for everything. Plus, as a kid growing up, you want to be close to all the cool stuff, the fun stuff. And there's nothing wrong with living way out in the country. We actually live way out right now, but it is close enough to the city life that she'll have that. We can do all the fun events with everybody. There is just reason after reason after reason that this worked out. I don't know if we said it, it's 5 acres, so we have plenty of room for all our animals to roam, dogs, everything. Like I said, just to reiterate, our farm animals, we got that all taken care of. I mean, it is just the perfect place for us, and
it really is.
We had to check every box, every single thing in order to pull the trigger on it, and we did, and I am freaking pumped for this phase of life. We do know it's gonna upset some people, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we're at that point too. This is the best thing for us, our family.
Yes.
But we don't have to drive far to see anybody anymore. We can be social again. We can live life and work, which is a crazy concept that we haven't had.
No.
And it's a solid roof over her head.
Yes, and that's another thing. We were not going to start fresh. We were not going to start with a raw piece of land. At this point, we've tried it, we've done it, and with the baby, we are not doing that again. We wanted a roof over her head, and I think anybody that is upset that we are doing the best thing for her is crazy, and if you don't watch, it is what it is. I don't care at the end of the day. We are super happy, but I've got some work to do, and I've already started on it, and I want to show you guys that we mean business.
I'm not gonna play around. Hopefully we're good.
This is where the dogs were at the most, so this is where it stinks the most.